No matter which way you slice it, if you like to cook, you know that there's nothing worse in the kitchen than a dull knife.
Well, there's a new knife shop open now in Edina that's making it a point to highlight the importance of picking out the knife that's right for your cutting technique. Our photographer, Suraj Sharim, took a look around Vivrant Knife Shop.
Dull knives, what a bummer. There's not a lot of joy in a dull knife. Vivrant Knife Shop. Most things in the grocery store will grow in circles, and most of what we do is cut sticks and cubes. You can use a knife that's sharp to reduce the amount of kind of liquid that comes out of the onion that creates less gas that makes you cry. We're making sharpening really, really accessible. The knowledge around honing and stropping, caring for a knife, getting your knife sharpened, learning how to sharpen, and then giving access to kitchen knives from 3 continents. You can get fit for a knife, your hand size, your shoulders distance to the countertop, how you hold the knife will all impact which knives you like the most. If you've got a sharp knife, you don't need to press as much, and the knife does that work. When it's dull, it's gonna press, and you get a lot more moisture versus slice when it's sharp. This is a real popular knife for a lot of folks. The Santoku shape. It's like 6 to 7 inches. It's a real common shape. When you get into a watermelon, it's not longer than the melon. And that's part of what makes it so hard to use. Usually these get cut into slices, and they're really big. You're making a lot of slices, either horizontally or in some kind of a precarious way on the side like this. Folks will then cut those into triangles, and they'll fight with the hot dog for space. There's another way to go about this. If you cut a checkerboard, you can use the blade, especially when they're longer. As it arcs, you can make contact with the food in the arcing portion of the blade. And here we're just going to cut a checkerboard, and that checkerboard pattern will give us the option to pull these sticks off and just set them easily on a plate. Lots of folks will grab the knife as if it was a hammer and use most of their wrist for the cutting. If you learn some advanced, hand holds, it'd be like choking up on a baseball bat or a golf club. And you can take the blade and command where you want it to go in a different way. And then these handles will commonly be really liked by some people and hated by others. So when it's smaller, it's more likely that a smaller hand will enjoy that blade or that handle. And when it's larger or taller, then it's more likely that a taller person with larger hands will enjoy that blade. Vivrant is they will live. Your knives live on, you live on when you get them serviced. And we look forward to bringing more joy to all the kitchens around the metro area.
Wow, amazing. You just said, Shane, I don't know if I ever grabbed the right knife.
Or even
the right
hold
thing.
it the right way.
I know.
Now that I'm watching that.
Yes.
Mine definitely don't feel like they're the right size. Some of them, they're too big. But it's important to have a sharp knife, because if you don't, you have a much higher chance of cutting yourself.
Which feels like it would be the opposite.
Right.
It would. Wouldn't it? Okay.
Well, they have all of the answers if you'd like to know. Their shop is down at 50th and France in Edina. And to learn more about their classes, head to Vivrant, Vivront.com.
Vivrant.com.